via Zoom.
There we go.
Judge Mullins videotapes. Oh, the allegations.
Now,
I need to go through this folder. I think we might have to organise a doc read. I'm sure I've got it here somewhere. I know I have.
I cried so much my mascara's all clumped together on one corner of my eye.
Have a look at
My
this.
eye does that.
My fake glasses falling off.
Going out of the blubbering. Yeah, that one got me. That was.
You've just gone live.
It makes it fresh, remembering going through it with my kids.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones.
No, you're not. Have you heard from Leah?
Yes, she came and ate Thanksgiving dinner today.
So
we
she's out.
Finally got her bonded out. My sister helped round up the rest of the bond money. Yes, and her case still makes no sense.
None.
Listen what they did. Okay, just a few months ago, they transferred her pretrial diversion to a probation office in Floyd County.
Yeah.
Because in court, her probation officer got caught lying 4 times. Got caught perjuring 4 times under oath by the judge and got called out for it. So she decided, I'm just leaving the area. Like, just let me get the hell out of here. Give me a different officer somewhere else. Send me to a different county. So that's what they did. This officer tells her that, he ain't doing no nonsense. First time she fucks up, he's going to revoke her. And she's like, okay, cool. Like, she's got her shit together. She's really doing the right thing. She's really clean. She's really been working. She's trying to build a life. She just got married. And so she gets that false arrest in Pike County for the PI.
That was
impounded her car.
Yeah, but the
$350 to get the car out of impound, and they busted the headlights out of it. Yes. Okay. The probation is out of Letcher County originally.
Yeah.
But they transferred it to a different county, to Floyd County. Mm-hmm. Okay, so she's got a probation officer over there. So when she gets this false arrest in Pike County, mind you, she's not convicted of a crime. She just got arrested and accused of a crime. And they refused to drug test her. They refused to give her a sobriety test. They did give her husband a sobriety test, but they made him take off his glasses. He wears like really thick prescription lenses
to do his sobriety test.
He can't. It's his glasses to function. It's on his driver's license. They made him remove his glasses for the sobriety test, and then refused to give her one. He told me that I was lucky. This cop tells me on the phone that I'm lucky that he don't charge them both with the DUI, and I just needed to just let it ride.
Is that? Do you think because
they weren't even in a car?
To you? So is that? Do you think because of the relationship to you?
They weren't in a car to be charged with the DUI.
Yeah, they weren't even in a car.
Yes, absolutely. It was 4 carloads of state police and Pikeville City Police. 4 carloads came up on 2 22-year-old kids in the park.
So they're targeting your family as well.
Oh, yeah.
They just got off work. She lost her engagement ring, her wedding ring earlier that day. And whenever they got done working, they went back to where they were at to go and see if they could find her ring. And they did find it. So then they bust the headlights out of the car and everything. And then just a few days later, she goes in to see her probation officer, who's not in the office. And he admits that he was aware that Letcher County put a court date for a status hearing on her, and he was supposed to notify her and did not. And so, like, the next day or the day of the court, they issued a bench warrant from Letcher County on a Pike County charge, had her arrested in Floyd County, and held for 2 weeks. Get this.
So they held her for 2
2
weeks
days
on no
after
charge.
she was in there, they pull her out for a rehab assessment. She's already completed. She has completed 2 stints in rehab already. Completed long term, 6 to 9 months. Certificate, sober living, did the whole works, and did their IOP program 4 separate times successfully. And they come in 2 days after she's in jail to assess her for rehab again. She said, "Fuck you, get the fuck out of here." You can just go ahead and revoke me. We ain't doing this again. This is retarded. Yeah. She said, I haven't used in months. Nobody will even give me a drug test. But no, fuck y'all. Get out of here with that shit. Because she said, Mama, what am I supposed to do? I was like, exactly what you did. Tell them no. Tell them to fuck off. Because it's just a big fucking money scam. It's all it is.
Yep.
It's a Medicaid fraud scam.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me fucking mad. It makes me.
It ties into the court system, and I mean, it's just it weeps.
It makes me so angry.
It weeps through
their $500 bond on her that we just had to come up with, or they were $5,000 that we had to come up with $500 to get her out of jail. So they basically stole her car, held it for ransom, and then kidnapped my kid and held her for ransom.
So no charge. They held her.
She has not committed a crime.
None. They couldn't.
Status hearing. Letcher County refused to come and get her. They set a bond, but refused to come and get her. Because they ain't got a right to come and get her. If they would have come and got her, that would have been fucking kidnapping.
Yeah.
Like, everything about it is illegal. And it's got my blood boiling.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take it lightly. We can contest the validity of the warrant. We need a lawyer to do so.
Yeah.
And that's
the spot we're all in. It's like that's the main situation that we're all in. Is every one of us need a lawyer to present our stuff. You know, we have all these motions and this and that and contempt of courts and all these things that we could file, but they tell us we need a lawyer.
But
we need an Alan Jackson.
We don't have the legal capacity to do like all of it. So,
you need representation from
and advice. Maybe we should call this instead of this. You know, like I don't even know where to start. With this whole shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does. It gets so frustrating when you see your kids.
Absolutely.
I don't have money for a retainer. I mean, if we can scrape up bond money, we can scrape up some retainer money. If anybody, I'm hoping that we can get somebody to go pro bono until.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
the future until our business develops a little bit more, and then
it's me and Ty. You know, we talk constantly, and you know, it's the fact of watching our kids, watching our babies go through all this stuff is heartbreaking. Because they ain't nothing we can do, and I feel like sometimes they punish them because of us. You know.
Yeah. And then you got the guilt on top of that.
Mind you,
on top of that,
her father was just murdered in prison. Yeah. We just buried her dad, whose body was returned to us beaten, and he had been left in the hole and deprived of his heart medication for over a week until he died from a heart attack.
Because he was
they killed him in prison.
Incarcerated still, wasn't he?
She kept messaging, sending me texts and text messages saying, Mama, I've got a bad feeling. What if they do what they did to Dad? What if they kill me? What the fuck do you do with that information? You know, like, who do you call? What do you do?
Yeah.
We need a lawyer for that, too. We need somebody to fucking take that shit on, too.
Yeah.
We need a wrongful death. We need an investigation.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Now,
I've got all the pictures of his beaten body. I've got the copy of the autopsy saying that it was his heart. I've got witness testimony from other inmates that was in the hole with him during the entire week that they deprived him of his medication while he beat on the door screaming for help.
How old was he?
Screaming, I'm going to die without my medicine.
Yeah.
He's what, 45?
47.
47.
And the drug screen
47.
Apparently clear, wasn't
40 this year. I turned 40 this year, so he would have been 47 in August.
And do you think there was any other drugs involved that they
do? What?
Do you think he was drugged at all?
Well, no. He didn't have
he had a bad heart. He was already in congestive heart failure. The only reason he was at that prison was because he was sent back to jail in Letcher County on a probation violation. And sent him to LaGrange for medical care for his heart so he could receive his medication.
And they put him in the hole and deprived him of it.
Because he was in heart failure already. So for them to purposely deprive him of it like that, because they gave it to him all the way up until a week before he got out.
So
and then it just disappeared from his med
What
cup.
triggered that?
Then
Why
they
would
quit
that
answering the door. They quit even going
What do
to
you
his
think triggered them to start
door for med copying.
to
You think I was involved with that courthouse? How you think I got involved with that courthouse? This man, I'm pretty sure that him and Kevin had some kind of deal going on with me. I think that's how Kevin ended up thinking that he just had the liberty to do what he could do with me, because I think that they had worked something out together.
Really?
Yeah.
I was 13 whenever I moved in with him, and I got pregnant with Leah shortly after I met Kevin. So I was underage. I was 16 when I got pregnant. Like, it was right after, like, boom, 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 like right back to back. So, but he sold Kevin drugs.
They took.
He supplied him in cocaine and meth
years. Right?
Years, decades.
Yeah, he kept the court.
She's the baby. Yes, she's the one that.
Hang on.
No, she is the one that they put me off to rehab and to detox, and then rehab, and then my sister took her. My sister took her.
Yeah. What I was saying though was that her
to go away and not to get her upset. Don't let her see you. They push me away.
Yeah.
So Sadie's younger than Leah.
But with Clarence, her dad, our family has been deeply involved with these monsters.
I don't think they heard how you
remember,
because I think it cut out
and
that
it goes all the way back into
why did they what triggered them to put him in the hole in the first place? Like, was there something that set it off?
And get this, Lexi's dad is Clarence's first cousin. Listen, Lexi's dad is Clarence's first cousin.
Yep.
And Lexi was sold right into the courthouse too. And whenever we started coming forward and saying these things, he tried to raise up and like cause some problems on Facebook. And I said, "Yeah, give me a polygraph. I'd love to tell him all about you."
Yeah, we haven't. We need to explain Lexi. We haven't gone there. So
and he posted a bunch of pictures with Kevin Mullins all hugged up, talking about what a great guy he is. So
his dad.
It's a bit of a delay, I think. So yeah, give us
That's
the context of what happened to
Lexi's dad.
Lexi.
Clarence is dead. Silas, my other daughter Sadie, her dad is dead. Just a few days after he did an interview about Kevin Mullins with Hatfield and McCoy Museum tours.
And what was he doing an interview about?
And he died in a car crash. He hit a car head on. It killed another person. But his toxicology report said that he had fentanyl and xylazine and nitazines in his system. And he was in sober living. He was going back to his sober living house. He was clean. So how did that get in his system? And you know that doesn't work. That Narcan doesn't work on that. That's straight poison. Straight poison. Yep. It's not a drug. That is not a drug. That is not meant to
be have since me and Ty have been like looking into things. Yeah. A lot of the people that
the nitazines are hundreds of times more powerful than fentanyl and carfentanil, and Narcan can't touch it. Can't touch it. Up to 10, 12 doses of Narcan, and you're still dead.
Yeah. Now, this is the drugs in the group known as nitrazines. Yep. It's the horse tranquilizer.
Yeah. Yep. And the thing of it is, like I was saying, me and Ty have noticed
the xylazine.
We've noticed a lot of the people that have had suspicious deaths have that cocktail in it in their autopsies.
Yep. So, just for everyone else, because I don't think they know the connection. So we've got.
I bet you anything if they have a toxicology report on Jennifer Hill, that's what's going to be her cause of death too. It's not an overdose. Okay, yeah. That is not an overdose. Whenever you're given those drugs, that's not a drug overdose.
Jennifer Hill was the witness that was going to Sabrina Atkins. Is that right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And so she died under suspicious circumstances. And
Yes,
then Lexi
that
was arrested.
she had spoke against Kevin Mullins.
She what?
They told her that they were going to give her a hot shot and overdose her. They told her how they were going to kill her. They told her they'd make it look like an overdose.
Why?
They told her that before they killed her.
To threaten her. To
Jennifer.
threaten her to shut up.
Shut up
Jennifer
about what?
Hill, whenever they came to threaten her to keep her mouth shut
So Lexi knew what happened with Jennifer.
about Kevin Mullins and the lawsuit, whenever she was bringing
Because didn't she have a
charges
tape?
against them. And
Was
Ben
she the
Fields.
one-
She testified against all of that, all of everything that we've been saying. Jennifer Hill had already testified to. Lexi had filed charges on them as well. Where is that? Why is she not talked about? Where is her charges? And why are they not named alongside Sabrina and the others? Where's Lexi?
Brian was it Brian that was saying the other day, or someone was
Where's
Gavin,
Lexi?
I think.
You
They
know?
they were questioning the validity of
So,
this.
I mean, my fears about her being locked up over there and helpless.
So
The validity.
So Gavin Fish the other day was questioning whether or not this sex tape actually existed. And it was Lexi that had it, wasn't it?
She was one. There's more than.
Yeah, she had some of them. She was one of them. She had
took it to the
multiple
sheriff's-
ones on other loggers and stuff too. It wasn't just Kevin Mullins.
Really?
We are looking for those tapes.
There's a big delay, I think.
We're looking for those tapes. So if anybody has any idea, because
So-
she did say she told multiple people, Lexi did, that she had made backup copies and backed them up to different drives and with different people, but we don't know who those people are. So
But
that's what we need to know. We need to know who these
she
people
took
are that
that
she
tape
sent these things to keep
took
for
the tape to the
safety.
sheriff's
It's time
office,
to bring
and
it.
then
It's time to turn it in.
how many days after she exposed that tape was it that she was found?
Wasn't it about 2 weeks? We kind of somewhere in that area, or no? It was.
And cause of death? What did that? Do you know?
I had some lag. I couldn't understand what you think.
Yeah, very late. So basically,
This
how
she
long
hung
was it?
herself. Lexi did. But we don't
That's what
even
they
know
said.
if that's say that she wasn't at the psych ward, that she died in the jail. And
Yeah.
Hang on. We can't hear you, Dawn. So start again about what happened.
there
to
was
Lexi.
a lawyer, her own video with her own eyes said that she saw a video of Lexi dying in the visitation booth at the Letcher County Jail being played in Edison Banks's office. I wonder
So
if the
Lexi
episode's
was
still up.
incarcerated too at the time.
Yeah, Lexi was one of the
Mhm.
kids that ran through the system and was abused by Mullins at a young age too. And she had a very, very, very suspicious death. I mean, I can't find an obituary anywhere. You can't,
Never was
you
put
know,
in the
it's
newspaper
like,
or anything. We can't even get an obituary.
and so we have no idea.
Can't even get an
because
obituary
it's-
or an exact date of death.
Right. That's like it happened right. Didn't it happen like the week of the flood or something that we got to noticing? It was like right during the time that flood, and which
So
they
she was
told
in jail at the time.
Yeah.
So all those three, your two ex-husbands and Lexi were all in jail when they died.
no Lexi was either at the jail or
cutting
the
out
psych
real
unit.
bad.
And then her ex-husband Clarence was in jail, and then
Yeah,
Silas
Lexi was either at jail or at psych ward. He was driving home from back toward Lexington from here. He was about halfway there, and hit a car head on and killed the other driver and himself, and put a teenager in
Who
critical
was that?
care.
her.
Is how he died. But then we got
Clarence.
Park's report, and it has the poisons in it.
That was Clarence, yep.
No, that's her other ex-husband, Silas. She's got 2 ex-husbands that have passed.
No, that was Silas.
Yeah, with very, mysterious.
I buried 2 baby daddies
circumstances.
this year
Okay, I got confused.
because of this.
So I was Sadie's dad, and Clarence was the one that was incarcerated and had the heart condition.
Yeah, that's Leah's dad.
Yep. All right, I've got it. And Lexi was your best
And
friend.
now Leah will have. She's got her own story to tell with her involvement with Kevin Mullen.
She's got a good story.
Tell, so I'm not going to step her toes that and share it until she's ready to share.
So
But there's
is this
more
all
to it than what everybody knows.
Yeah, Lexi was tied. Well, they was together a lot in jail and outside of jail, and so it's like a sisterhood. They were, like I said, all them kids had their own subculture and community, so they learned to rely on each other for everything.
Family was the family we had.
So, does that mean that, everyone that around you has obviously been targeted? So, what does that make you scared for yourself? Like, has anyone tried to get hold of you?
I've had threats, but and I had a scary episode last week. I'm not going to talk about it. It's too sensitive.
Fair enough.
Me and you can talk about it in private sometime.
But the risk, the threat is real.
The threat's real.
It's been a very intense couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a very intense couple of weeks, and I almost got killed last week. And we're just at that.
What about the other girls? If they had any issues
for everybody's well-being.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I don't know. I know that some have, I think a lot of it comes not meaning to be threatening. Will say things like, "You better be careful," or "You better stop," or what happened to so and so, or
have they copped any backlash?
What joy in this body found?
Have you guys copped any backlash online in social media for coming forward?
Randy, can you hear her? Is it?
Yeah, she's asking you if we've had any backlash, coming forward. Since we've come forward, have we had backlash from it? I think a lot of the case with the kids has a lot to do with me and Sarah speaking out. I really do. This is something that should have been settled 12 months ago. And it seems like, the more we speak out, the longer we're waiting. And the longer they're just, neglecting, derelict of duty there. And, none of them's doing their job or protecting, the kids and stuff. So, but I think.
Was there for the court case?
They're not protecting anybody but
themselves.
What was that?
She said they're not protecting anybody but themselves. And that's kind of how, we've I don't know, it's kind of how it's always been. When we talk to people and explain to them things that are going on in our life, they just look at us like, what? That cannot happen. And it's like, well, but it has. It's been going on for a long time.
Way too fucking long.
Way too long. And I think that they have retaliated. I think they used Leah with Ty. I think they put, because, we've made it clear our kids they're our heartbeats, and we don't.
She's an innocent victim in all this.
And so, and I'm sure Ty probably full panic mode when the first time they snagged Leah, because it's like, Lord, please don't let her go through what I had to go through.
Oh, sorry. I'm considering. Sorry. I confused Lila with Leah. Sorry. There's so many names. I'm trying to put them in. We need to do a family tree. Try and work it out and put.
But I do. I think they come at us.
Me and Brandy found a bunch of my old pictures the other day of when things weren't
breaking
always
up.
so bad. And we were a family.
Yeah.
We were whole.
Yep.
Like, hang on.
I found some
Let me see if
beautiful
I can
photos of
find
you
this.
on was it on your Snapchat or no TikTok or Insta or somewhere, Facebook? I don't know. There were some beautiful ones. I did actually I found some. I stalked yours as well, Brandy.
Oh no.
And I might have done a little thing, but I'll play it to you after. I don't know how much yeah, out there. So I'll play it to you after we stop. But yeah,
I told her, I said, we was talking about pictures that day when we, found some, and I said, I got to thinking that there's probably not a whole lot of pictures of me. I didn't start really even trying to take pictures till the grandbabies come along.
yeah, that's what it was all about. It was all about the kids. You with the kids.
Yeah.
They were beautiful.
This is more of my girls. I don't know if y'all can see it.
No,
I'll post
you-
it.
screenshot it and send it to me, and I'll put it up if you want.
Oh, okay. She said
I'll post it. I'll
screenshot.
put it over on our YouTube page.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you drop
There's
that
a lot of them
chat?
down. So, but that was one of the last times that I got to be with all four of them at one time, and it was the twins' first birthday party, and then
Taya,
second birthday. Like we got to see them separately, but I didn't have all four of them at the same time.
Yeah.
We didn't get any pictures all together at the same time with that birthday. So,
all right.
but I
I'm
even
giving
found a
you a
picture of when Leah was a newborn and how little I was.
She looked like a little baby.
I've just
And now
reached
that
you up,
one-
so you can drop any links in chat.
It was
if you
whenever I
want.
tried to run away with her to Florida. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me see here. How can I do this?
You can do it now because
Here's Silas and Sadie. Let me
Yeah,
save
you
a
just-
couple, and I'll put them.
now I've ignored the chat. I'm sorry. I was ingrained. It's just even if you say it blows my mind, it's not even that doesn't even come close to fucking. And the reason I was talking about the tapes was because I was watching Gavin Fish, because he has Hillbilly on once a week or something to update, and he was querying whether or not these tapes actually even existed, and I'm like, really? What have these women got playing? Really?
Well, the thing of it is that they're playing on all of our fear because
Yeah.
we've seen what's happened to the people that does have copies and stuff. So it's kind of like they're playing off our fear. There's nothing out there. There's, and it's kind of like, yeah, they're, they have been seen. It's like they do exist.
So if Kevin's at the head of this, then someone's taken over, obviously. If it's still, do you know? If it's still going on?
Listen, my opinion, and that's just my opinion, is Kevin was number 2 anyway.
2, I see.
Number 2. He wasn't the top.
Oh, so number 1's still out there.
Mm-hmm. Or, well, he's still alive.
Yeah. Do the math.
He's still alive. Very much so. So, but that's just my opinion. So, I don't, because, there's a lot of the shady business and the stuff going on, this person had a hand in it too. So, and then to have the connections and stuff that he had or has still, he kind of controlled the courthouse anyway. So, but I think Kevin was too busy being Kevin, just to be honest. I think that become just a part of who he is.
Mm-hmm. So he was probably more interested in parties and stuff.
Yeah, he was.
So, because there's many facets to this. It's not just that, they would put these kids into a rehab program and supply them drugs. It's not just that they put these women in jail and the judge would have his pick. Like it goes, there's the medication side, there's where did they get them from, and who's writing the scripts. And I know that the feds came in a few months ago to go through the Medicaid stuff with one of the GPs that's been there for years, and he's actually on the board of the National Institute of Health, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's the
grain right up the left.
HEAL, I think it's called. And he kind of he got in trouble years ago. It's been a while back for writing pain medication, and I guess for didn't do it. He's always been kind of snooty about mat treatment, so to have him now peddling it, he's promoting it. It just kind of, he's done a complete turnaround. But I think it's, where the money comes in.
Yeah.
Is what.
So the money comes in from the government providing the funding for that program. Is that right?
For that program. Well, now it's a for-profit. I looked it up, and it's a for-profit organization. It's not a non-profit, I don't think. And then
community service. Is that right?
Ty, how would you explain how that, where it's a community like clinic type thing, but they've kind of got their hands in a lot of things,
It's like a
rural clinic that's got it'll have your OBGYN, your eye doctor, everything's under one.
You can go there and get your scan.
Dentist,
Dentist, everything.
Is that right?
That's and what now?
The doctor owns part of that business. Is that right?
He's on the he's the C. I don't even know how to explain what he does, to be honest.
He's on the board.
He's on the. Yeah, and
from that,
I thought it was funny. They keep talking about that old hotel in Whitesburg, about the money with the old hotel. But what a lot of people don't remember, I guess, because they built the new Mountain Comp. That old hotel at one time was Mountain Comp. You remember that, Ty, when it was on Main Street?
What's
Mountain Comp. So
it's Mountain Comprehensive Healthcare.
Yeah, so that ties them into that money coming in for that old hotel with things.
They were running a community-based program out of this hotel, and they were getting the funding for each person that came. Is that right? Kickbacks, the drug company kickbacks.
I think basically what it is, it's a rural clinic that services, like I said, each, different things. And they change doctors a lot. I know they have programs where doctors can come in and work, maybe to pay some of their student loans, where it's a rural area and the situations in this area, with the drug problems and everything else, not a lot of doctors want to go into practice in a place, like Letcher County. So, they have doctors from other countries, different places all over the country that come in to, work there. And you have some that stay and have been there for a long time. But, a lot of times doctors will come and go out of it. But it's just like a small rural clinic, and it's in a couple of counties that branch out. And the Dr. Breeding, if I'm not mistaken, he's like the head doctor. He's the one that yeah. And then you've got him and
there
you baby.
I didn't hear you come back. Oh, no, it's a photo. So, wow.
That's Silas.
Here's my
you
lady.
Oh.
He said, he looked at me and he said, "Can we make another one right now?" I said, "Maybe when my stitches heal." He loved her so much.
Car accident, is that
So
right?
much. He loved both of us so much.
And they
That's
took
Silas.
Sadie from the hospital. They didn't even give Ty.
This is the one they took from the hospital.
Why?
This is at his grandma's house. He had an air mattress right here in this living room so that we could like be there and be around her, because the only reason they adopted her was to get social services out of her asses.
Yeah,
And,
because they come in at the hospital.
it didn't work. It backfired, and they took her and locked me out, and then eventually kicked him out too.
Yeah.
Social services were, but you hadn't even had it yet. Why were they involved?
That's the one they took from the hospital.
They said that Ty's prescription wasn't.
They said she had Suboxone in her meconium.
Oh yeah, that's right. Is the twins?
I had a valid prescription, but it didn't matter. I was court ordered to take it too, by the way. There's the twins.
So Suboxone is the it's like sort of the methadone program for opiates, yeah. So it treats withdrawal symptoms from because I've been on it myself because I've got chronic pain. So it's brilliant. It's brilliant, I will say. So it's still in that same class.
Yes, and it's a maintenance medication.
That's the way the withdrawal symptoms. So you were caught with
it blocks cravings. It blocks you from doing other opiates like pain pills. You can't do any pain pills, but it's a synthetic opiate. So
yes.
They do treat pain with it too in this area because of the drug problems. So
because it blocks the pain receptors, it stops that message. Because I was on
between 8 and 20
milligrams equivalency of morphine a day.
Yeah.
But I wasn't psychologically addicted. I was physically. And opiates don't work for chronic pain. So to transition across to the other ones,
that's what happened with me. I had spinal surgery by the time I was 24. So, I was on pain medication at an early age. And, I didn't think I was abusing it or doing anything wrong since it was prescribed. And, it got out of hand quick. It does. It gets out of hand.
But then I've had a lot of friends too that have said that, they take a couple of, I think, what do you call it, Oxycontins, and they get this rush. And I've never, ever had anything like that, ever. So that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. Which baby one time?
Who's that?
That's all of them, ain't it? It's Leah, Sadie, and the twins.
So Leah is the
oldest
one with the string. Sadie's the one with the pink top, and the boys.
No, them little girls, McKenna and yeah.
Oh, where'd she go?
She'll be back. But that's the thing. None of us has got to raise our own kids, or I like I said, they didn't take mine, but they sure harassed us enough.
They took the kid Sadie off her because she had the Suboxone. Is that right?
Right. She was court ordered to take the Suboxone, and her doctor that they had sent her to quit. And so they said that she technically didn't have a doctor and a script wasn't legal. I mean, it was just some, out there.
There must have been a threat then. What was she? There was a threat, or did she not toe the line? What was the go? Why were they? Do you know why they were focusing on that?
There she is. I'll let her.
Okay, what? Sorry, it kicked me off.
I'm just assuming that they're targeting you for a reason, because if you were toeing the line and doing as you're told, then they would leave you alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why was CPS involved, and why were they targeting you with Sadie? Well, what did you do wrong, or what did you refuse to do?
Right. It was the same social worker that took Leah that I had to deal with whenever my sister took her.
They
And
usually,
guess who the
they'll
social
stay
worker
right
was
with
when
you.
they took my twins?
Mm.
When they come and took my twins from the hospital. I mean, from the doctor's office. After we've been there with them at the ER all night. They wouldn't even let
Good.
their dad take them home. Gave them to the man that was raping me daily. And I had to go to his house for visits.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
30 minutes a day. Supervised visits. Supervised by my rapist.
So you had decided that you weren't going to toe the line then?
He
is that
died
right?
4 months after I went to jail. I was trying to
Yeah.
leave. I was trying to leave
Yeah.
and get to Brandy's and get the fuck out of there.
I
And they
had
wasn't having
managed to get out.
He
I'd
used,
managed to get out of the
he
county.
was taking cancer treatments at the time. He had lung cancer, and he had these sleeping pills that he would threaten to dose me with, so that I would fail my social services and court drug tests and stuff.
Who's
I was on
this?
probation and stuff too,
Parents.
like through this whole period until when I finally got off probation and I tried to leave and go to Brandy's, and then they put the warrant on me for child support in the middle of the night. And sent
Yeah.
them after me in Somerset. Sent them to Somerset, 3 hours away to get me.
She
And
was
brought me
here
back
30 minutes.
like the next day. Brought me back to work.
So
Yeah. She was down here 30 minutes.
like, was there a triggering fact? Like, as you said, no, I'm not doing this anymore. What was their reasoning? Well, you must have been a threat to them for some reason at the time.
I think they was afraid she would talk. Or,
Okay.
you
I
know,
think they was
just pretty
afraid I would
much.
get out of here and talk. That's what I think. I believe that with my whole heart. That they wanted to keep me shut up, strung out when they could. If they couldn't do anything else with me, then they'll just
It was
lock
a
me up or keep
control.
me strung out. Then they don't have to worry about it.
And
It's a
then
control
target the
thing.
family.
And they
But
take
now,
control
like, the more we
completely.
dig into this and the more we look at what has been happening with the other members of the family that have murdered.
So Clarence's Silas's
How can you
toxicology
not see it?
came back with
How can you not see it?
yeah.
Like, you can call me a conspiracy theorist all day long, but how can you not see that? That there's a connection. That's
And-
not fucking
Yeah.
coincidence.
And
Right. There can't be that many coincidences, you know.
Yeah.
It explains why more
So
people
I don't
have
know. I don't know how far back the control or how far up the ladder the control goes. I know that the attorney general likes to ignore it. The governor appointed Kevin to start with. Or
Yeah.
Matt Butler take his place.
Matt Butler. Is that Mickey's attorney?
That's
No,
Kevin
Matt
Mullins
Butler,
his
brother-in-law, is Butler.
ex-brother-in-law.
Who's
And
Mickey's?
he's your
And
county
he is the
attorney.
Commonwealth attorney.
Commonwealth attorney. Okay, yeah.
So
So
Matt-
Or he was appointed to Edison's place. Yeah, he was appointed to Edison's place. And then took Kevin's place. Is that right? Nick Whitaker?
no, Nick Whitaker took Kevin's place.
Nick Whitaker is the new judge that's replacing Mullins, and he's fresh out of school. Is that right? Fresh out of uni.
He's young. He's young, but everybody that I have talked to says that he seems very fair and, you know, it seems to be a good person.
Well, I'm
So-
hoping that either they've done that so that fresh blood comes in, or they've got him so young so that they can train him up.
It's like a flip of a coin.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know with the years that this has went on, and as long as this has went on, you know, it's a flip of a coin. If we're going to, you know, are they not going to turn to the dark side? You know,
I don't
They're
know.
not gonna-
It's easier to join than to be the dog leg out. You know, like how long is he going to take?
And so I, you know, and you, after seeing how many layers there is to everything and how many different things are going on that's, you know, corrupt to the core, you know, it makes you scratch your head and say, how do we fix this?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to clean it up from the floor up, you know,
Yeah.
because you don't know, you know, it just takes one rotten apple. So
Yeah, and it's not just the courthouse. It's the law enforcement and it's the child protective services as well. Like
our medical people are, our doctor's offices are knotted and tied into the courthouse, and you've got every aspect of our lives are in, they have that control. If we took our kids to the doctor, I've had it done to me before with mine.
and they want to
We're going to call social services.
Yep.
We don't feel this child is growing the way it should be, or so they're all kind of weaved in together.
That's what happened when they took me in the doctor's office with them. And somebody there called social services.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I think in our area that a lot of people will retaliate against each other with social services because they know it just takes a phone call to tear a family down. I mean, they don't have any problems doing it.
Yep, because it's common. Second nature. That's fucking sad. That's fucking sad.
So, and they take total control of every aspect of your life. If, you're being controlled from your doctor's office to, anything you're doing, with the court or jail or anything, there's that aspect of
just get contact with the doctor and say, right, I need you to write this down as a diagnosis, and it goes to court. The court system goes, okay, you are mandated now to go and do this, and on it goes.
I mean, we've had that issue with the grandbabies, right? I mean, currently, all of a sudden, Scarlett went from healthy as a horse, nothing wrong with her, to ADHD and asthma. It's like, she's only been sick one time in her life, up to that point. So we was really confused. And then, her brother, he's diagnosed with ADHD. And
are they medicated?
Oh yeah. Well, he is. She's not. But, it was, I don't know. It felt like to me it was so easy to get that diagnosis. And back in the day when Sarah was little, it took us almost a year of her going to different counselors and different psychiatrists and, things like that. And then she takes the baby, and the next week, all of a sudden, she's got a diagnosis. And it's like, I don't,
well,
can't understand, it's like I said, it's corrupt all the way around. It's like there is absolutely no corner to turn that you're not going to run into something that's not supposed to be going on, And so it leaves you pretty helpless and hopeless and just wore out.
How many counties around do you think are involved? Like, obviously, it's not just Letcher, it's Pike and Floyd and what was the
anyone that touches it. Wouldn't you say, Ty?
Whitesburg.
Pretty much every county that's around us that touches us is, kind of. And if they're not doing the same things themselves, because, Pike County's having a lot of trouble right now. And Perry County, I think the marshals even went in on them, didn't they, Ty? And so, you've got the surrounding counties are falling apart too, So
I know the feds came in a couple of months ago, as I said before, to start the Medicare fraud, and they went through all the pharmacies and stuff. Are they still around?
I don't know. I know the doctors that they had pulled out, they're currently, working, and we've not heard as a community. I don't think I've not heard anything that, they came in, but don't really know what came out of it,
I heard, and I think that was from Elizabeth, that they had ceased all the active scripts that this doctor had written, and they weren't going to allow them to be prescribed. But I think there was it they chose not to
prosecute.
But yet they found all these
inconsistencies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's normal. I mean, for us that's just,
And that was
you
in
know,
Whitesburg, right?
huh?
Was that in Whitesburg where they haven't gone to the other counties? They just stayed at that one place?
Now the Medicaid stuff, I don't know. I know that was so far, that's the only thing that's went on in Whitesburg. Nothing else has been addressed or talked about or issue, or, nothing's been done about anything
And that was
except for that. You
not,
know, I kind of thought maybe they was pulling an Al Capone, going to come in and do, like, tax evasion or something and get the ones that are guilty of all this stuff. But I don't look like anything's going to come out of it.
well, the only thing that I can think of is that doctor is not we're going for the one maybe a bit higher. I don't know. I don't know.
There's a lot of people involved. I mean, you've got basically right now you've got Whitesburg being ran by a group of friends.
Cool.
That's basically how, old high school buddies and roommates from college. Everybody's somebody's friend or family member, or so there's a lot of things that need to be looked at, but I don't have a lot of hope that they will.
I was listening to someone, I can't remember who it was, but it's almost like the cycle evolves in itself, because it's a fairly, apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a fairly low income area.
Very.
And once you've got into the system, you've got a record, you can't gain employment either. So
No.
you've got nowhere else to go. It's
right.
You're fucked every way you turn.
Yep. There's, like I said, they done that with my son. By the time he was old enough to get a job or whatever, and kind of get more independent, his reputation was dirt. He couldn't have got a job as a bag boy, or not that I'm saying that's a low job. I'm just saying, at home, that's the kind of jobs you have. Either they're medical, something, or you work in fast food or grocery or things like that. There's not an in between job, and there's not enough jobs, so there's a lot of unemployment. There's a lot of disability in our area. I would say at least 50% of the population of Letcher County is on some form of disability.
Wow.
So, because of, I guess just the area itself, and a lot of diseases and, a lot of stuff with the coal mines and different things like that. So it's not, I remember back in the 80s when the coal boom, we had the coal boom, and, Whitesburg was had money. It was considered a, nice little town,
Yep.
And I'm sure it had its secrets then too. About positive, they did, but it was a different kind of corruption going on. It's always been financial, but some of the other stuff is kind of just come in with the group, with Daniel Dotson and Kevin Mullins and and all them, like with stuff.
Allocated to like one county, or is there like a bigger, like Child Protective Services for a few counties? How does that work?
It's just each county has their own CPS, and then they are all under the blanket of Frankfort. Frankfort's the main office or whatever for social services, and but each county has their own CPS.
So can you go to Frankfort with your complaints with the grandkids? Is that an option? Or
we did. I have called his mom when Sarah was telling you he come and took her a month ago or a little longer. She called CPS that day, begging them, help me, because the cops told her that day it was a civil action and they wasn't going to get involved in it. So, you know, she called CPS. I called CPS. I mean, that's my grandchild. I didn't know where she was at, what was going on. So like Sarah said, we was told that we were taking advantage of the system, that we were being manipulative, you know, to basically stop calling. And it's like, but if you're concerned and they're not doing welfare checks, we've not had one welfare check done.
Really?
Nothing. Yeah, they've not went and checked. And that's why it puzzles me how what happened in court the other day and them letting him leave with her
Yes.
boggles my mind. I do not understand it at all. None.
There has to be someone. There has to be that holds them accountable. Like,
And it like I said, it's getting disheartening because, you know, it's like everything is just kind of, you know, to me, I told Ty one time, I get scared, you know, that it's going to get swept under the rug again. And then, you know, what's going to happen to the next group of kids, you know, that come through that don't have, you know, the support or anything, you know, to help with stuff. So, you know, I just think they've ran things their way and they've ran it into the ground. You know, they need to either retire, step aside, you know, whatever.
so
I
do
mean,
you
that
guys
would,
GoFundMe or anything like that we can put up to try and raise some money for some outside representation?
yeah, that's a brick wall that we all hit. Is it'll be some kind of like when we was trying to figure out with the contempt of court things, you know, um, it's all things that you can fill out yourself, you know, or you can do a template and do, but you can't present it. You need a lawyer to present it, you know, and
You
I
can't,
just,
go pro se and defend yourself. Like, that's not part of the.
you can, but it probably ain't advised. I mean, you know,
Well, what's
we
the
went,
option?
yeah, exactly. We went out of county for the attorney that we have now. And, you know, they wouldn't, nobody even talk to us about, you know, us hiring them and stuff. So it's been it's a weird experience. If you're on the family that has connections, it's a walk in the park, you know. But if you're the family that is poor, has no connections, and have any kind of history at all, then you're less than. You know, you don't. They're going to.
Is there like a white collar side of town and a like, is there a big division, like, or is it mainly low income earners?
The whole county is low income except for the city of Whitesburg.
Right. And is that
Yeah.
because money retained from the coal boom?
Yes, and most of your most of your influential people in Whitesburg live right in town there. They, you know, and if they don't live in town, they've got a big, huge house somewhere in the poor parts of town, you know. But everybody, you know, inside Whitesburg had, you know, we like there's difference with schools, the districts, you know, the schools systems. If they're inside Whitesburg, they've always had priority over the other little rural schools, you know, in the area. So, you know, they've always made a difference and stuff like that. So, you know, it's been, like I said, it's been going on a long time in
So when
Whitesburg.
did the coal boom end?
Huh?
When did the coal boom end?
Gosh, early 2000s, late,
So pretty much when all this shit started.
yes, yeah. Yeah, they quit getting, the coal tax and all this stuff and keeping everything afloat.
More fucking income.
So then let's pick up on the people that are now having to steal and, to feed themselves and then
That's
it turned into a whole, you know,
It's
way of
evolved.
life almost for
Yes.
everybody. Because about everybody in Letcher County has been to jail. I'm not gonna say everybody, but like I even had my one night. That was good enough for me. Never again. But a lot of our county has at one time or another been in jail. So it's. I just have always seen it as a control measure.
The other
be
way
able
too, with like someone, because I saw somewhere that Dotson had to defend a family member of Mullins. Is that right? Something, and so like if you're in one of the influential families, like there is no consequences. You just walk straight through. Is that
Pretty much?
yeah?
Yeah. So, and that's what I was saying, like with the families, the difference in the families, if you have the connections, you don't worry about going to court.
Yeah.
You just, because it's going to go your way. If you don't have the money to hire Dotson and those guys to make it go your way, then you're shit out of luck, it just, that's it.
You can't even be guaranteed that he will help you, even if you do pay him.
So, and he's, he's been a
Anyway.
divorce attorney. What, Ty?
Regardless of who you pick or pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say you had a GoFundMe, Ty?
No, I said regardless of who you pay to be your lawyer, you never know if they're going to be on your side.
Absolutely, yeah. But do you guys have a GoFundMe set up at all that we can
Not
start?
here.
No. So
just
Cash App?
the Lexi's Place one, we do have that one. But other than that, we've got our Buy Me a Coffee sites, but we don't have a GoFundMe for a legal fund yet.
I'm going to bring that up for you. Where is it? They are in the description box as well, if anyone's looking for them. But I will bring them up on screen. Hang on, where are you?
And that's like, with our situation with our lawyer, even if we aren't happy or we're not feeling like we're being represented the way we should be, what are we going to do? We already gave her the last penny we had.
So
she's
never had a voice. Ever. Is that right?
So, what is it?
You've never ever had a voice. You've never been heard.
No. And, I still haven't even testified. And they had let the other grandmother testify. And like I said, when Dotson quit or resigned or whatever happened, like I said, our case restarted over. So they've never even got to hear our side or seen our evidence. Well, now they've seen the videos because we put in 3 emergency orders since this has started. And those are the ones that Sarah was talking about, that they told us we was trying to take advantage of the system. And it's like, no, we're scared.
Judge.
We're worried for her safety,
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
In law enforcement that you can, like, there's not the state, because they're separate from the local, isn't it?
The police or the
police, like the sheriff's department or whatever. Like
well, you have the city police department. You've got the county police department, and then you've got the Kentucky State Police. And the state police, I'm sure not all of them are bad, but the ones in our area have been, they have done things that are very questionable and, made them not very to where you could trust them. So, it's not, we don't have really.
Ask any woman in Letcher County what happens if you have to call 911 for a domestic violence dispute.
Oh yeah, I can vouch for that too.
The woman goes to jail. The
Yeah.
woman goes to jail every fucking time. Every
you
fucking
think-
time.
They'll take the woman.
So a woman gets assaulted, she rings 911 and she gets taken in.
Well, I had to.
That's
My
what
ex-husband was
Sarah.
crying.
She called 911 for help. And they
Yeah,
fucking took her to jail.
took her to jail.
So what were you going
And
to say?
see,
So you had that experience as well, Brandy?
yeah, well, Sarah's dad, when we was divorcing, it was a pretty rough divorce. There was a lot going on, and he come in the middle of the night and tried to take Sarah, and I fought him tooth and toenail from the door all the way out to the car, and I talked him into letting me put her back inside with her brother, and he about beat me half to death. And I had at that time, I had a piece of paper. I had an EPO. I
Against him.
didn't bother him at all. And yeah, it was at my house, and he hurt me pretty bad. I had to go to the hospital, and Jim Woods was the judge at the time when this happened,
That
and
was the one before, just.
yeah, the one before Kevin Mullins, yes. And he gave me another piece of paper. Basically, I've got it over there. I found it in my mom's paperwork. It's a lifetime restraining order, which, I mean, that other piece of paper didn't stop him. So I was just like, he's going to kill me. But it was one of them things. Me and him had domestic issues throughout our marriage. And anytime I ever had to call them, they would pull me aside and chastise me and be like, well, why did you let him come back? Kind of like it's your fault. So, so he never went to jail.
The fuck?
Never went to jail.
So you could press charges on him?
Well, like I said, they would take them that first night. Usually they go one night, which he never did. He did one time, the last time when he tried to take Sarah. He actually did spend that night in jail, but they let him out the next morning. But, they just tell you got to wait till go to court. And then you get in court and then they just hand you a piece of paper and tell you good luck. If he shows up, call him. And it's like, okay. Y'all haven't done anything for 17 years. I was in it for 17 years. And, I never felt like I could ask for help. I didn't want to involve my family. And just never felt safe, telling anybody, because I didn't think they would help. Because he had a lot of friends. He was a popular person. Everybody knew him and thought he was this awesome guy.
Mhm.
And so there wasn't nobody listening to me, So I just, you learn how to accept the silence, deal with it, and keep existing, and
like that obviously exists in Australia too. So, but
solve the problems yourself.
The police are onto that now, because often it's the women that report it, but then they're shit scared of the repercussions. So they either, when it comes time to go to court, they withdraw all the charges. So the police have now taken the stance where they actually instill the charges on him outside of her. So if they think that there's enough, they will actually charge that person. So that takes it the control out of her hands.
Right. And they should do that, because, when you're standing there and your abuser is behind that policeman, and the minute that policeman leaves and that door shuts, your ass is whooped because you called.
Yep.
And, and sometimes in my situation, my two sons were older. They would call 911. Because I always told them, that's what you do. And, they would see him come, gripe at me for letting him be there and tell us that we need to separate for the night, whatever. and that was it. They was just, I've had them put guilt trips on me, like, you don't want us to have to call your dad out here and get him all upset, and it's like, I don't want to die.
Yes.
I don't want to die. So it's kind of like,
We're good old boys.
Found it.
so
I found the picture.
do you find
I
it?
knew it was there.
Is Sarah with you, Brandy, or is she at her place?
Huh?
Is she okay?
Hey, what now?
Is
I
Sarah
gotta go
with
back
you?
to my OneDrive and get it uploaded.
And I've made you a wrench, Tyler, so you can drop any links in chat if you want. You remind me.
But
I hit the wrong
they're so backwards though. I told Ty the other day, you feel like it's like a Twilight Zone episode where the town is stuck like 60 years, back, and how
Yeah.
do you get out of this?
We're stuck in the
Do you think
past.
that will actually do good, or will it air out the dirty laundry and clean it up? Do you think anything will come of it with Mickey?
With Mickey, I don't know. The town's so divided on things, on how they feel about it, and I think Mickey did a lot of good for people, and I think that he was always come across as a pretty fair person.
Well, yeah,
And
fair, but stern but fair.
yeah, and Kevin, he helped people too.
Before he
I
did.
think my brain was just kind of sold with him when I knew what was going on with the girls. That did it for me. And so from that point on, if I didn't have to be around him, I just never was around him. And then when all this started happening with the grandbabies and Sarah and stuff, my mind was just like, oh no, here we go.
What was coming?
Because yeah,
And it's the same judge.
Yep.
So they must be there. Do they not have reviewed? Are they not?
I don't know. There don't seem to be any checks and balances with anything. I honestly, I know a lot of people have talked about, they need to do audits and kind of start looking at some of this, and they really do. But you can't get anybody
to come in
to come do it. It's such a mess.
I don't even know where to start.
It is. That's why I told Ty, I said it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
You've got people that we, talk to and stuff that have, the domestic violence or the CPS, or they have been abused by somebody in the courthouse, or, there's so many levels of corruption and so many different things going on. It's hard to just pick one and say, okay, let's focus on this.
Yep.
And get it fixed, because while you're doing that, the monkeys in the circus over here are going crazy. So, like I said, it's going to have to be something radical that kind of does a checks and balance with everything, not just judges and lawyers, and they need to kind of be looking at everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, they need to be going over the cases one at a time.
Yeah.
And
especially his cases.
Help.
Especially a lot of Kevin's cases, they need to go back and start
in the child
looking
services ones.
Yeah.
All the child services cases are fucked up.
And another thing that we've kind of noticed too is that almost all the victims that we have talked to have, in one way or another, had social services in their life too. They either lost their kids, still don't have their kids grew up without them.
So there's been 1, 2, 3. Is it 5 of you that have come forward now? Is that right? Ty, you. Oh no, sorry, Ty.
Tommy, Gemma,
Fuck.
Jamie,
But well, my point is that
Sarah. So Sarah counts because she's, she come out about the jail.
FBI
yeah.
got all of
Have,
it.
have many come forward to you because they're too scared to go to the police?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people that they're, I guess, how would you explain it, Ty? They're just not ready to put their name out there. I think they see a lot of the retaliation and a lot of the stuff that's going on and the backlash on the internet,
Forward.
and it has really slowed down the progress that was being made.
Objective achieved.
So, it's kind of
too, isn't there? Like,
it's like the whole community had a setback. It's like we were going in the right, momentum. We were going in the right direction, and a cog flew in there, and now everything's kind of like okay. People are starting to second guess things. They're kind of, worried about, oh crap, I spoke out, or
retaliation, because they've threatened. How many people? I mean, the family as well. They've done.
And and it's not that it's a verbal threat that they come to us and verbally threat. It's an action. They take action.
Yeah.
And that's how we. How do you prepare when you don't know what's coming your way or from what direction it's going to come from? So it's been a situation, but I said, I can understand though why, some people haven't come forward. I mean,
do you have an answer? Do you have a suggestion? Like, do you think that it's worth trying to get more women to come through because there's strength in numbers, or do you think that it'll all wash out when it goes to trial? Do you have any?
I think there's strength in numbers, and I don't think we should give up. I don't. I don't have that quit button. Yeah. And as long as, my grandchildren are in the situation they're in and my daughter's in the situation she's in, I think it morally now, I would feel horrible if I did quit.
Yep.
If I did give up, because I would feel like I let all these people down that have talked to me.
That's
Yeah. Yeah, Leah and her dad.
That's Clarence.
Yeah.
Yes. The next picture is the year that I moved in with him.
Fucking
That's
hell.
Me and my dad.
You're a baby.
You was a baby.
You're a baby. The fuck?
Yep.
And who's that with you? Is that your dad?
Yeah. Yeah. She,
yeah, that's my dad.
And our culture being married.
Me with my newborn baby?
Huh?
And our culture being married young isn't odd. I was married and had my first baby in high school in my senior year. So, there's a lot of girls in our area that, that's what, we thought we was put here, to get married and have babies,
Who's that with Tyra? Did you say, is that your dad?
Yeah, that's her dad.
Right. And did he know what was going on with Mullins or
Ty? I'll let you answer that one.
Catastrophic failure. What the fuck?
Did you hear me?
Ty actually came into contact with Mullins through
employment.
She wanted to know if your dad knew about Mullins and what was going on at the courthouse. I said I'd let you answer that one.
No, he never knew the extent of it. He tried to protect me from him. And I
Yeah.
was never really like in danger from retaliation or anything as long as he was alive. And then whenever he died, that's when
Ty's
shit
dad
went
was a
real fucking
well-known
south for me.
person. Ty's dad was a well-known person. He was a good friend to about everybody that knew him. He was, friends with my dad. So, everybody knew Ty's dad,
Yeah.
And how long has he been gone for, Ty?
He died when I was in prison, in jail, actually. What year was that, Brandy? It was
20,
18,
I was going to say 17, but 18.
2000. I'll have to look at my notes
And that
to give you
wasn't
an exact
suspicious.
date.
That wasn't under
Not
suspicious.
no, not that I know of. He he had a piece of his bowel died. It was sudden. They said a piece of his bowel died, and that he I can't get this other picture to open. And he went on life support. They had to put him on a ventilator, and then they was able to take him off the ventilator and pull me out for a phone call. And they pulled me out and took me to the office of the jail and let me talk to him. And that was the last time that I talked to him. And I told him that I had just been to court that day and I was getting out in 3 weeks. And then they called me the next morning and said that he passed. So, okay, let's see if it sends this time.
So
We'll have to do
just
this
reminded me, like,
differently.
she was saying
Nuts.
that
Sorry.
put your
But I think
because
this
you-
is really important for everybody to see. So
let me know when you've.
I just gotta say that.
You're
Everything's
technically
still,
still on
I think
parole.
my technology's getting scrambled or something. I don't know what's going on. My phone is glitching.
Mine's like at 3%. I've got it plugged in. I had it fully charged, and I don't know what, but it's plugged. That's why I'm floating around now instead of sitting still. I had to plug in.
That's all right. I think we might once we've got through this head it off because I've had fluid tablets and I need to go to the loo. But so you're still on parole, is that right, Ty?
She pretty much has lifetime parole.
Yeah, 2099.
Yeah.
But anytime they could revoke that. Is that right?
And they say, well, it's just a number. They say it just says 2099 because the date is indefinite until you pay your child support. Then why am I still on supervision?
Mhm.
Right.
Does so
Going
don't be a
in.
dick.
Wow.
So it makes it, hard for her to, because where she's on parole, she doesn't have, the same rights as,
No.
yeah, they can search, seize, whatever they want to do with anything, belonging to her. So it takes away a lot of her rights. So, it's not just a number,
Yeah.
If you're having to exist.
Absolutely. All right. So if anyone, have you got like an email address or a number or anything that you want that people can speak to you or contact
Yes.
you?
It's appledream@gmail.com.
Gmail.
So hang on, I'll do it in chat. It's APPAL.
AL.
AL.
Yeah.
Can I not open this?
Oh. So APPAL.
There
Dream.
it is.
Dream.
I had to open all files. That might help. Yeah. And now it's been downloaded.
And
So-
then,
There we go.
go ahead, guys.
Teresia. Now, just Ty and Brandy, Teresia is in Kentucky, I would trust her with my life.
Yeah.
Okay? If you need to get in
Um,
contact with anyone or whatever, just
my email is that one happy memo 13. So
Here, Jody, let me
Alright.
see if I can email you. That might help.
And
Here, I can't get this to load up, so I'm just going to send it to you, Jody.
you can drop the link in
There
chat.
we go.
I've given you the wrench. You can do it.
Oh,
Thank you,
it won't.
Teresa.
My computer's being stupid.
What time is it over there? It's like
10:54.
Thank you so much for that, sweetheart. You don't have to do that. So, all right. So,
Invalid file type. It says invalid file type. I don't know what its problem is.
even if it's just for a chat and to have a talk to you girls, to know that you're not alone out there, at least. You can.
Yeah.
They've got. I'll bring up this again for their Facebook page, their YouTube page, so that you can like and sub them. Where's it gone?
We'll have to make us a routine of coming
I'm about
on
to
and
post these on
just
Facebook,
gossiping
so if anybody
together.
wants to follow up there,
I actually think that's a really good idea because it keeps the momentum going and it keeps it, fresh in people's minds. So
Yeah.
I'm more than absolutely happy to do it. And I will do absolutely anything that you want. If you want to ring me up at 10 o'clock at night and go, Jody, can you please get on there and say this? No worries. I'm on it.
Thank you.
That's all right. So this is how you can support them. Try and fund some money at least to try and get some. So the Cash App's probably the best one, isn't it? Up
there
the
we
top
go.
there.
Thank you. Yeah, everything's running slow on me.
I've
There we
got
go.
able to. Oh, and there's some merch. Have you got some good merch in there? What have we got?
About anything you can think of.
Oh, looky here. Tallow face cream.
Yeah, we've got a store. I finally fixed the link, so the link should work now. The store link.
Yeah,
You can access all those links too over on our channel.
Sweet. And yes,
Okay, that's
I'm
where
going.
you're at.
Look
Gotcha.
at me, look at me,
Sorry, I
look
wasn't paying
at me.
attention.
Where's it gone? Hang on.
We
Yes.
have a herbal apothecary, and I'm going to have a lot more apothecary items and remedies, home remedies, tinctures, things like that soon too.
See the
We're
QR?
going to start with some candles and things too. That'll be new, hopefully real soon. And, kind of
Handmade
branching
and soaps.
soaps and things, and kind of going to try a little bit of different things and see.
Yeah. So that QR code on the top of the screen, that will take you to your YouTube channel. So you can scan that. I made one.
Yeah. Okay.
I can do that,
Yeah,
but I
and
can't do it.
I mean, people can just support us through the store, and get something in return for it.
I like the sound of that tallow, whipped tallow honey balm, lavender.
Yes.
What's that? Finished beef tallow,
Yeah.
olive oil, Manuka honey. That's supposed to be really good, Manuka honey.
We're also going to start. We're working on it. Is to do a newsletter. That way, people that follow us and different things like that can kind of see the things we're interested in, and just kind of a little.
That said that she made her own, and I
have reached out to Gemma and Jamie as well.
Yeah.
So I'm now friends with them on Facebook.
Gemma's a wonderful person. She's really sweet, and she's one of us. She's been through it too, and struggled and scraped and got by. like the rest of us, So, and like I said, Jamie, I knew her mom. I don't, she's a little bit younger than the bunch that hung around at my house and stuff. So, but I did know her mom.
Her story was more that she had gotten in trouble, and everyone knew how to get her out of trouble, and that was just her mum. That was her mum's advice to her.
Yeah.
Bad.
Well, because it had went on with her.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. So, it's a generational thing. It's like I was talking about with the CPS with Sarah. This is now the third generation of my family that, they harassed me and my daughter, now my grandkids, so you've got 3 generations involved right now. And 4 if you count what my parents had to go through with,
really?
me and my oldest one.
I'm taking y'all outside to smoke with me. I can't so I still can't stand
Well,
it.
is there anything that I can do? Is there anything that I can?
Heavy couple of hours. I need you to do a class with me and teach me how to edit and make sound music for a podcast.
Yeah.
That we just released. I just released our first podcast, and there is no background music. There's no intro, no outro, nothing. It's just
that's my job. That's me for a tea.
Which was nice and soothing to do, but I would like for it to sound more professional, and at least have be able to put our little songs and stuff on it. I don't know I don't know what I'm doing.
I went and got a laptop so I could be more savvy about stuff. And oh my gosh, I find myself on the phone and the laptop sitting right here. So, and I told Ty, I said, you got to teach me what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
I can't work out TikTok.
It's taken us
my phone died.
A learning curve, but
yeah, that's it. I've got a proper package.
Did we lose her?
Yeah,
probably.
I've got a proper.
We were sitting there a while ago, and my computer battery dropped. It bottomed out to 0 and said plug in or it's going to go dead. And I looked down at my phone, and my phone did the same thing. And then they both started glitching like crazy and cutting out and lagging. I don't know why.
Now, we've got a really good connection now, but most of the time you've been dropping in and out. You might need a booster or a connect by cable.
So apparently Starlink is here now in Appalachia, but it ain't worth a fuck. Nobody likes it. It won't work. The mountains, too many mountains.
They just launched the 101 satellite for that down in Florida. Like, so Starlink shit. Can you get cable?
Yeah, it's all on the same company, the cable, internet, and all of it.
Only the
they have
provider.
One phone company or one cable and what, and they rip people off, and their service is shit.
Well, that makes it.
I went for 3 years begging them to come out and fix my internet. They kept telling me there wasn't nothing wrong with it, and I was like, if there was nothing wrong with it, then it would work. So they finally sent somebody out to look at it, and he goes out and climbs the pole and says, it looks like it's been shot. It's like, been shot. It's been shot through the fucking Wi-Fi line, and it took him 3 years to come and fix it. Yeah, when it finally was like just barely dangling.
Jesus Christ.
So it's been a pain in the butt.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe if you were interested, and if it made the other girls a little bit more comfortable, we could do like a group that wanted to come on all together and have a chat if they felt better, or safer, or more comfortable doing that. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like the idea of
I think Jamie got her feelings hurt a little bit because of Hillbilly Crimes take on her interview, like, which is not a surprise. Like, she's hurt all of her feelings, I think, at some point. So, she's been feeling a little apprehensive, I think, about doing another interview just yet. Like,
Yeah,
I
fair.
think because of that, which has
don't
had more
understand.
impact on our project and what we're trying to do than you could even imagine.
It's victim
That whole
shaming.
fiasco.
Blame, and she knows better.
It's got a lot of victims scared.
Yes.
Yeah. It's got a lot of victims scared.
She knows better.
And
She's been
especially
there.
like the danger has been heating up, and they're watching Leah get arrested back to back, and Sarah, and you know, like they're nervous, and they should be.
And for a while, I got dragged. Do you think she actually came forward because of that?
That's why we have a hard time trusting people with the
I'm
story. Like, who do you tell? It's not going to turn around and stab you in the back with it. Yeah.
Well,
So
I haven't got anyone.
yeah.
Nick, I can't go crying.
Nobody around here. I told Leah to set her up and buy me a coffee, and she said, Mama, she said nobody would even donate to help buy Dad's headstone because they was afraid they said that I was just going to use the money to go get home. And that's the first time she told me that today. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that? Like, you should have said something about that.
We don't have Cash App over here, so I can't even.
I know she's been doing right. She's been doing good. She's been doing damn good. And she's a responsible woman anyway. You know? But, like, I told her, these aren't our people. The people around here that are supposed to be the ones that are our people are not. You can't depend on them. You can't rely on them. We'll stand back every time. You can't. You just can't.
They can be bored.
It's sad, but true. You know?
They're just, they pick your weakness and they're just abusing that. It's So what would you like to see happen? Like,
and I said, well, people away from here like support. You know, they see things differently. It's because this area is so backward. You know, everybody's just they see things completely opposite from the rest of the world. Really, when it comes to things like it's been so normalized, and the violation of our rights and things. There's so many people that don't even know that they have rights.
No, and then you can't even argue
we
your
don't
rights because the
really.
system won't
We're
provide
supposed
it.
to, but we don't.
Yeah, but how can you when the judge is got to do nothing about it anyway? So
But the FBI does have wind of it. They've been notified all over the country. People have been turning in evidence, reaching out. They're aware.
Oh, so okay, and that there's a central. Is there a central number, or who? Where do they go? They coming to you?
I don't know. We couldn't get nobody in Kentucky to help us or to even hear us out. So we have people in Texas, in California, Chicago, and Nevada.
Well, victims
have all turned it into their field offices. 2 places in California, in Sacramento and in San Francisco.
But what? That's victims that have moved outside
because nobody would take it here. Nobody listened to us. So we got people, you know, through our YouTube channel, people we met on our channel that have been like, yeah, this is not right. Like something's really fucking bad here. And they've been taking it and turning it in. It's been turned into Department of Homeland Security as well.
What, your information or their own?
Which now they responded. Like they did respond at least, you know, with a phone call and question instead of building a file on my case. But
people you've got interstate, are they victims?
That took somebody going in person to an agent, to a friend, and be like, "Listen, like, looking in here, and nobody's listening to these ladies. Like, can you give it a look?" And he looked over it, showed him our channel, and showed the other girls, and you know their stories and the TikToks, and showed them all of it. And So like they at least had something to say back about it. You know, that's more than we got out of the FBI. We can't even get a phone call out of them.
So you're talking about women that have lived at Letcher, experienced this, and moved interstate, that are coming forward now. Is that what you're telling me? So the people that are coming forward from California and stuff, are they previous residents of Letcher that have been victims and moved? Yeah.
No, this is like other people, just strangers, random advocates, and people that like are seeing what's happening and decided to help us raise the awareness and get the help that we need, because none of our local officials all the way to the state level, they don't give a shit.
So they're approaching you.
We took it out of state. It's the only thing you can do. That's what we're going to have to do with a logger. Apparently, we're going to have somebody come in from far away to not be influenced.
Absolutely. So those people are all coming to you, like you're the pivotal central bit. Is that? I'm trying to work
there's
out
a lot more. There's also a lot of other victims who have spoken with investigators, you know, and given testimony in other ways or written statements and things like that we don't share and we don't talk about because they don't want to, or it's not safe for them to go public.
But it's
and two, you have to realize that a lot of these women have children with these men.
Yeah.
A lot of these people had families with these men, with these monsters, you know, and they're still tied up with their kids and stuff with them. Like they can't.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they don't support us from the sidelines, you know. Do what they can in the background.
The central, like to try and get a central place that you're maintaining that, are you? Like you've got to, you're on it. So if I hear anything I need to,
I mean, it basically came down to, we can either sit here and shut up and let it go and let it continue,
and nothing will change.
I say something, speak up about it, and take the risk. Because the thing is that what's kept us silent for so long, it can't keep me silent anymore, because they've already done everything that they could possibly fucking do to me, short of killing me. And I've only made it out alive this far because of my own, you know, wariness and stuff. Yeah. So,
is there anything the public can do?
Yeah. The thing is then you look at my family. Lexi, Silas, Clarence, the way that they keep harassing Leah. And I've gotten multiple years for support and stuff. I did find out that my husband accidentally missed a couple of payments, but we got them made up. I got them sent back in, thank God. Because they sent me a letter and said I have to come to court December 10th for a show cause of why I shouldn't be violated on it. And I was like, what do you mean I haven't missed a payment? What is going on? And I called and she said, no, there was a couple missed payments that I wasn't aware of. And I said, we're just going to call it a clerical error. And I'm just going to have to pay more attention and make sure it gets sent in every month.
Well, didn't they double your child support?
Things have been really chaotic. Things have been really busy, really chaotic. I had to up and leave my house in the middle of the night more than once for my safety. You know, like, so I can't blame him for, you know, skipping a couple of bills or missing a couple of payments. Like, I can't hold that against him.
And that's what makes things like what hillbilly crime makes it so dangerous. Because people's lives are at risk. It's real. It's not a fucking joke. And it's not their fucking fault.
So if I don't speak up, they're going to kill us anyway. You know, if nobody can see that, like they keep saying, why are you speaking up now? Because they're killing my fucking family. They're picking them off one by one. If I don't say something and ask for help, I'm just supposed to let them do it? Let them come and kill me next? What the fuck's wrong with y'all? You know? Yeah. No. They're going to kill us anyway. So.
All right. So we basically need to get
Might as well
awareness
use my
out
mouth
there.
while I've got one.
Yep.
Maybe my kids and everybody else's won't have to deal with this shit anymore.
Yep.
You know? So fuck them.
Yeah.
Sorry if it hurts your feelings. Sorry that you're a hard time understanding the situation, but you know.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of. It took me a little while to realize or to understand, because you get called like a social influencer, and I'm like, what the fuck's that? But believe it or not, a lot of people, you've got to be very careful what you say, because people take it literally and they will follow that to a T. And that's where it was a purely innocent thing with me. And I'm like, fuck, the penny dropped. Okay. You're responsible up here on this platform. You've got a responsibility to give, as you know, the correct information and as transparently as possible. And that's a burden you've got to be aware of, because it affects fucking people's lives.
Without anybody else in any more danger than absolutely necessary.
Yeah. Yep.
You never know who else is still connected. You know, there's a lot of people still connected to the old families and the way the old system, the way things have been ran here.
Mm-hmm.
And like some are on side and some are not. You know, like it's so divisive, but like murder is murder.
Yeah.
Murder is murder.
Would you be?
I don't view what Mickey did as cold murder like I do what they've been doing to the victims.
Yeah.
That's murder.
Yeah.
He was actually.
I mean, look, not condoning what he did, but like his hands are tied. What do you fucking do?
Like our cops should be acting to protect our children. So.
No, it shouldn't happen. So would you be happy, like, do you want to go and do some more interviews?
And it's been reported, it was reported by Detective Stamper, I think, directly to the grand jury, that Mickey even asked the KSP for an investigation. That came from Detective Stamper. That he asked for an investigation before this ever even come to fruition, before it even happened.
That's why Dotson fucking
he reported it.
He was there to make sure.
And now the KSP, when you do an open records request, they said there's no record of that phone call. That it's in the grand jury report.
Mm-hmm. You got the transcripts?
Yep. Yep.
So you want to get the word out there? Do you want me to try and get more interviews and stuff for you? Is that like with other content creators?
That would be wonderful. Yes. And we need to kick into high gear because shit's getting hot and it's getting dangerous. I mean, it's already been dangerous, but they're breathing down our neck now for real.
Okay, done.
Yeah,
too easy.
A cop followed my daughter home from jail. Whenever they picked her up, got behind them, like on the very next street, followed her all the way home.
How old is she?
What are you supposed to do?
I can't get headphones on. Pardon?
And you know, there's no body cam. There's no dash cams. They say department that it's at the department's discretion whether they use them or not, that they don't have to because they can't afford it. But now they're wanting to build a brand new police precinct. But they can't afford body cams.
Uh-huh.
The cops they got. Why do they need a bigger department?
Isn't it mandatory over there? I thought body cam was mandatory. No?
It's supposed to be. Pikeville says it's not. They do what they want.
Well, I just take my hats off to you girls because you're fucking stronger than I've. Like, I don't even.
Brandy said they know we won't stop. Right? Yep. Got me fucked up. I think I'm gonna let them kill my kids. I'm done. Done with their shit. Take it off. No. We want our freedom and our kids, and we're not going to stop until we
No,
get it.
it's not that fucking much to ask.
Right.
I don't think so. So I take my hats off to you, and look, you're doing fantastic work. And I want you to make sure that you look after you and stay fucking safe, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Security at the ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
They
Angel.
have
Well,
control of my cameras. They can hack into my security cameras here at my house.
that's what I was thinking. You've got
And
one
they'll
phone
pin them
call.
toward my door, or like if people are here, it like points it and like will shine a light in your face. Yeah. It's fucked up. Whenever you go to sign in on my Wi-Fi, it'll tell you that there's another device that's monitoring other devices on this network.
So they fucking hell.
They use programs like drug court and these probation programs that strip you of your rights away to do illegal searches of your phone to see who you're talking to, to see if you're going to be a problem. And they're extending sentences and adding extra time to the girls who they suspect are.
So you think they're listening to you as well?
This is serious. This is so much bigger than people around here want to open their fucking eyes and take a look at. This is so much worse than what meets the eye. No, this ain't just about me. And no, this is not about me at all. Like, they're going to fucking kill me. They're going to. Unless something drastic happens and somebody stopped before they get the chance. That's the only chance I got. So, like I said, regardless of whether I speak or not, I'm always looking over my shoulder. My kids are.
Is there any options of moving?
I'll put your foot down sometime. No, not really. I mean, I bounce around. We've got the couple places. There's options like maybe in the future if I could ever get my parole and stuff took care of, but I can't even get a week's pass to go visit my friend in Texas. So
you're stuck in the county.
I can't leave the state without permission. I'm not supposed to leave the county without permission, but now my officer is aware that like I go back and forth to Brandy's and stuff for a couple nights a month. You know, like he knows that I do that because I don't want to get in trouble or get caught down there, pulled over or something, and have to give my ID. And then they're like, "What the fuck are you doing 3 counties away?" So I don't always like get a chance to notify him the day that I'm going to visit, but like I will let him know, you know, whenever I have to go. If it's for more than a day or two, then he's good about like giving me passes and stuff to go on short trips with my husband, like to Gatlinburg or something, just a few hours away. But whenever I bring up wanting to go anywhere else, then they want to know who I'm going to stay with, want the names, what their jobs are, who all lives there. Like, you don't need all that information just for me to go visit family. You want a fucking audit of their tax return too? You know? Like, where is freedom? Where's the freedom?
It was Mullins that extended
I've never been free.
2099. Is there any way that can be appealed now?
No, that was Jimmy Kraft.
Oh, was it?
That was Judge Jimmy Kraft upstairs.
He's the one. He's the felony judge.
He tried to put me in drug court too after I served my sentence. After I did my time, he tried to make me go into drug court. And I said, absolutely not. You ain't fucking me over on this one. I think that's one thing my dad beat in my head. Don't ever take drug court. Never take drug court. Never take drug court. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them trick you a trick. And it sunk in. So whenever I got out of prison and they handed me a paper that said I had to report to drug court the next morning, I about shit my pants. I said, "You have lost your everything mind. No, put me back. Send me back to prison. I ain't doing it." And he said, "Well, hang on a minute. Don't hasty. Let's call and see what we can do." And they made me do 6 months aftercare with the drug court people, like where I had to call in every single day and report, and I had to go to NA meetings and shit with the other drug court people. The only thing I didn't have to do was go to court. Like, huh?
They were supplying the drugs there. Is that right? At drug court.
That was what? The
Were they
drug
supplying
court?
drugs at drug court?
That is alternative setting for felons, for felony drug charges. And if you're supposed to be, it's more like a pre-trial diversion or parole.
Yep.
Like outpatient type, treatment. That doesn't mean that you get to just tack it on and keep adding time to people's fucking sentences after they've already been sentenced, paroled, released, completed. Like
the main offender where they get you back into the cycle.
So if it was just on paper, if that $2,099 parole was just on paper, like the child support office claims to be, then I would not have to report every month.
Mm.
I wouldn't have to stay in the state, in the county. I could travel at will. I wouldn't have to go piss in a cup when they tell me to. Like, so no, that's not legal. That is not legal. Whatever your excuse is for using that date. Because you're not just using the date as a filler when you're making me go through with all the fucking actions that go with it.
Yep.
I've earned my freedom. I've earned my place. I've earned my sanity and my peace. Yeah.
Fucking oath you have.
I mean, anybody can look at my life now compared to what it was and see that it's a totally different situation, Yep.
But even like, there shouldn't be any fucking judgment anyway, Fuck. Unless you've walked in someone's shoes, you have no fucking idea
Always
what they've
will
been
be.
through. Hey?
Yeah.
Always will be what? You dropped out. I missed you. All right, Angel. Are you still going to do another stream?
Thank you so much.
Oh, fuck. Don't even bother. Nothing. Fuck. The least I can do. And I do have some contacts I've got in the back of my head, so I will start putting some shit into place. And we will do that editing. I promise we'll do it. It's better if we do a stream like this, but in private, and I can share my screen and show you what we're doing. All right? So we'll make a date over the weekend. All right? Too easy.
Right.
And I know you're listening, Brandon and Sarah.
I am. I miss my Brandy.
They're beautiful.
I need some. We're planning a girls' trip for we already claimed it. Whether I'm on parole or not, I'm going on this one. I'm doing it. I don't give a shit. I'll go do a sanction for it if I have to. But there is something called Hex Fest in New Orleans, and it's like classes and just to be with other like witches and pagan people. And we want to take our daughters. Me and Brandy want to take the girls and go for like the whole week, do all the classes and workshops and stuff that they have to offer. And yeah, so that's on the agenda for next August.
Is Texas a long way from you?
But yeah, we want to travel. We need to travel. Like I need to be able to be free to go.
Yeah.
Like we've got things to do. We've got people to help. And I can't do that while I'm tied to fucking Kentucky.
Yeah.
Tied to Letcher County. I can't breathe around here. Oh, this lady here that just popped up in your chat, Diamond in the Sticks, that's my neighbor. She's awesome. She's got a channel too.
Yay! Well, drop her link in the chat. I've made you a mod, so you can drop it in. You can do it. If you've got a YouTube, you just post it.
How do I do that?
Copy
I don't
paste
know
it.
how.
So hover over her YouTube. Are you on her YouTube channel now? I'll show you how I do it on yours. Hang on. I'll share the screen.
No, she's in our chat right now. They can just click it from your chat.
Yes, they can if you drop the link.
They can click on her. I could be able to, or click on her name there.
I'll show you.
Link to them. My computer's not running fast enough to run YouTube at the same time as StreamYard. It can do one or the other.
Your
not both.
So you go the top bit here. And
that's
open the
ours.
links.
Yeah, and then
you hover over this and copy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just the one. Copy and paste it. That's it.
Okay.
Copy,
Yeah, I just can't get it to open
put it in chat, paste it. You don't have to.
because of the lag. It might.
So that's in chat now. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
And I've given you permission to put it in the chat.
Okay.
You just got to copy paste. That's all.
Diamond in the sticks. You put yours in there. Put your
Yeah.
page in there. Get you a few new viewers.
Put it up. And you can add it to the
Such
comments.
good stuff.
And
If she comes down sometimes and helps me film, like whenever I have to do interviews, like she'll come and film like from other devices and stuff for us. And she's been really helpful with my YouTube journey. I've learned a lot from her.
if you want to promote anyone, just send them through to me, Ty, and I will put them up in my community post. No worries.
Okay.
I might actually create a whole
Um,
playlist dedicated, so it's all in one place. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I need to get in my channel and do some housekeeping and get things more organized. It's a little bit wonky right now. We'll have some thumbnails and everything soon, though. It's coming. I got my computer like it's on.
Yeah, the
It is
thumbnails are, that's my favorite bit. I like the creative stuff behind it.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
We've got more books coming out. Brandy's going to publish her children's book, and
You put it on merch store?
I have an adult coloring book started, and I have started working on my novel that's about my life. Like the books that I have
wow.
published so far was for more of the spiritual side of things.
Is
You
your
know,
bio?
like just the inner work of it, and this will be more detail and fact oriented.
Oh. Have you got a publisher?
No, I was going to publish myself probably,
Yeah.
and then I might pitch it to some other people. But
Read that.
yeah,
Love to read it.
Yeah.
Wow.
so
Well, keep fighting the good fight, sweetheart.
it's going to do great, though. I know it will.
Yep.
I was trying to wait
Well,
out Mickey's trial and see what happens, but
they
I
haven't got
feel
a
like by
date.
the time I get finished with it, we'll be there.
Do you think they're going to drag their heels on that?
So I don't know. I'd say it probably depends on like how much of this evidence is forthcoming. You know, how many victims and who all
But
they
can
get
that
to
come
speak
in?
to, because
I mean,
it's
having,
not really been all that long since they put it out asking for more to come forward. And when Lila made her videos about like y'all, it's time to help my dad. Like, look how much he's helped everybody else. And we know
Who's
that those
putting that
videos and
forward?
stuff, the evidence is out there. If y'all got messages or anything, Lila on her TikTok.
Have you got her
She's
TikTok?
got a couple new videos up. Yeah.
So who's putting out that they want this information about Mickey's attorney? They want.
Yeah, his attorneys and the investigator, Joel Cotton.
Yeah. Do you have his
Yeah.
contact
His
details?
email address. I'm going to put his email address in the chat if anybody
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah. Look up Lila's last TikTok.
Yeah.
Can they bring that in though? Like, because they're claiming an insanity defense? Like, is that admissible? All this stuff?
Well, it's not insanity like he's just crazy insanity. It's more nuanced
No, sorry.
than that.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's more details behind it. It's not like a straight up, oh, he's just batshit.
Yeah, no, it was a
Type of
triggered
plea.
like
You know what I mean?
emotional.
Or type of
Yep.
claim. Yeah, there's so much more that goes on to it. And it's actually because of the threats and the psychological pressure that he was under is what the insanity defense is based on.
Absolutely.
It goes deep into the days leading up and how he thought
Yeah.
people were like watching his house and all
I
these
agree.
things, the threats that were made to his family's well-being. That's
Yep.
real. That happened.
Yep.
He
Yep.
believed it, and he should have. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's that kind of insanity. Like he had a moment like where he just broke from everything. You know what I mean? Like just checked out because of all the pressure and the threat,
Yep.
and that's the kind of insanity that they mean.
Well, he was.
And
can't keep my head
Lila
from-
commented in one of her latest videos about that. She said, she was like, I looked up the definition of insanity, and it basically says that it's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something to change.
Mhm.
And I thought that was a good
It's
point.
ironic, isn't it?
You know, she was like,
Mhm.
the time for being silent is over. It's time to
Yeah.
speak. Speak now, or
Stupid fucking
what
headphones. I
happened
can't-
to I gotta order me some. I need some headphones. I got a cheap little pair of Bluetooth earbuds whenever I broke my iPhone. So I gotta get me some new headphones
I just can't get them to stay on my head.
because our sleep schedules are wonky right now.
Yeah.
He's working day shift and night shift in 1 week, in a week's time. So we're bouncing around back and forth, and I'm trying to,
Makes it hard to know.
trying to exist in the in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That with
So,
my ex-husband.
Again,
we
we
like
thank
that.
you
We had sex
so
in the
very
hallway.
much. Simi, is it Simi Sharp? I'm
Yes.
weekend. That warms my heart. That warms my heart. I love my witchy girls. Guys, I don't know, girl or a guy.
She's sub to as well. You know. All right, Angel, you go and get some rest. And I know you won't. You're going to be sitting up.
I
there doing
thought that
shit.
was fun whenever Hillbilly Crumb said that I hate her. And she said
There
that
you
I
are.
was doing witchcraft on her. I said I wouldn't waste my energy on such a thing. All I gotta do is just send it back to you. Just return to
Yeah.
sender. That's all. That's all I did. Return
Correct.
to sender. Didn't hex you. Why would I waste my energy on that when I have a whole patriarchy to hex? Like, no. Sorry. I'm about to kick into high gear with that too, because if somebody else don't make some changes, who else is going to? You know,
Yeah.
the witches.
Absolutely.
The witches.
What?
Time to pull some justice magic.
The twins are full of faith.
The tweens are full of faith. Yes.
All right, sweetheart. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Dusto thought I was crazy. Whenever we got married, I lost my hat that I got married in up here on the mountain, and it took me 2 months to find it. And Dusto, I kept telling him the fairies took it. The fairies took it. And he was like, what do you mean? You didn't have it on your head? I was like, yes, the fairies took it off my head. And he was like, you are insane. So no. I was like, watch this. I went up there and just asked, can I please have my hat back? And they returned it. It showed up, like, by the time I got back down off the hill, it was just laying there right in the path. I love it. Rock out with your cock out.
Yeah. I've got a few of them.
I like it. Do you have a merch store?
I do, but I've really not
All right.
had a chance to do anything. And it's so expensive. Like, I just think that because it's what they set up there and you just basically give them your logo and shit, the prices they charge, I'm like, I've just knocked all of the profit off it because I wouldn't justify paying that. So I haven't promoted it at all.
Yeah.
I've got to find something more. Like, I'm not paying.
I haven't really put much into it. I gotta find. I've got most of my orders are being drop shipped right now while I wait for my order because I'm in between big orders. But it costs so much in shipping and stuff to drop ship it that there's no profit left by the time. And
yes, there isn't any profit between as it is. Like with
we're gonna try to do things a little bit differently though. Put more handmade items in, more things straight from home. So I think that'll help. And we've got a lady that makes crochet blankets we're gonna list some of her blankets in our store. She's donating some to Lazy's Place as well and sending some to me and Brady. And we're so excited for it. And we've got some artwork, like paintings and stuff that some of the other girls like from around the region have done. And we're gonna start listing those for them. So like when you're shopping from our store, from the Apple Dreams at My Shopify or .myshopify.com, that's not just for me and Brandy. Like most of it is right now, but in future, we're going to have other survivors and just anybody that needs help, to get a leg up we're going to try to help them sell their wares and their handcrafts and things. So, and they will get all the profit for their own things. We're not going to take any cut of it. So we got a lot of people that need help and very limited resources.
Yeah.
We're just trying to think outside the box.
More
You know,
people than you.
open up as many avenues of income as we can.
Yep, for sure.
So, yeah, I'm excited to get that podcast going. I think that that's going to be a really good thing. And we'll be sharing more like personal and intimate stories on there, more candid conversations.
Yep.
So,
Looks good. Looks good. Yay. All right. Well, give everyone a big kiss for me. Thank you. I know you're still watching, Brandy and Sarah. Stay safe and good luck with the next court case. I don't know how she has stuck him in the eye with a chopstick.
yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Click.
Anytime.
Have a good night, everybody. Good day over there, isn't it? Is it daytime over there?
It's 3:30 in the afternoon.
Is it daytime over there?
Yeah. 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. 11:30 p.m. here. Okay, good night. I'm not at all.
Mwah. Speak to you soon. Wow, they just. If I had half of that strength, man. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to try and put some info together to start collecting stuff, like promoting their merch and their donations and stuff, whatever I can. So I'll put that up. You'll see it. And I will organise with the girls to, when it's a suitable time, to do like a touch base weekly thing. I think that's really good. A good idea to keep the momentum going, and the more people that we can share this shit with, the better. It's not about keeping the information to yourself. It's about getting it out there, because keeping it to yourself, nothing fucking changes. It's about, we need to get this out. All right. Because these girls are literally, and I've seen it with my own eyes, literally at risk every fucking second of every fucking day. So don't take it lightly. I know it's a heavy topic, and I'm sorry, but it's important. It's really important. So there. Alrighty. Tomorrow, same time, so 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 12 noon Australia time, we are doing episode 5 of the Martin Bryant case. Now, this is the Port Arthur massacre, which is the biggest massacre in Australia. He was charged and sentenced to 35 innocent lives and 35 consecutive life sentences. He's been in prison for 30 years at this point, and he had none of his rights all of his rights were violated, basically. And he has an intellectual disability. He's got an IQ of 66, so he's got the equivalency of a 10-year-old brain. Illiterate, but produced a confession and a map, So we're covering that as well. It's something that we're trying to raise awareness of in Australia, so that we can, because they've sealed all of his files they've sealed everything until 2099, so that we can't get any of it. And yeah, so that's tomorrow. We're doing a segment on that. So that's episode 5, I think. So tune into that. And what else we got? I've got a few things in the pipeline, actually. So yeah, don't forget to click that notification bell. Hit that like and subscribe. It's free, unlike most things. Thanks for joining us. And I will see you when I'm looking at you. Hasta la vista, bitches.
Hey there, thanks for stopping in. We hope you will join us again. We all look forward to next time. We get to talk about true crime. Clues. Justice served in an honest fight. True crime tales till the verdict's right. Solving more than just trivial quests, where sentences rule and the defense rests. Our true crime family is great. All types of topics we debate. Smash that like and ring that bell. Hit subscribe, you might as well.